Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is session 4 of lesson AC currents. In last two sessions I am discussing with the relation between AC voltage and AC current in different circuits. Among I have discussed two. One is a pure resistor circuit, the other is pure inductor circuit. In pure resistor circuit, the relation came as there is no any phase difference, both are in phase. Whereas in the case of pure inductor, there was a phase difference about 90 degree, where voltage was leading, current was lagging. About how much? 90 degree. So the left out circuit is pure capacitor that I discussed in the current session. So let us start deriving the relation between AC voltage and AC current in case of pure capacitor. So first of all, what is a capacitor? A device which stores electrical energy is generally called capacitor, or they say a device which stores the charges simply is called as a capacitor. Again, the term is new. If you are already come across capacitor in the second lesson, which is electric potential, it's not an issue. If not, just for the time being, just keep the definition in mind. A capacitor is a device which stores the electrical charges. Now, what is pure capacitor? See, once charges are stored, there will be some induction effects in the capacitor will produce. You want to take such a capacitor such that there must be no induction effects inside. So a capacitor which is free from induction effects is called pure capacitor. Symbol, see, two parallel lines of same length and two connecting lines. This gives the symbol of a standard capacitor. Now such capacitor is connected across an AC source. Again, capacitor symbol is C. Here, supplied voltage V is equal to V0 sin omega t. Now, what capacitor will do? It stores the electrical charges, and you want to take such a capacitor that there must be no induction effects between the plates. Means magnetic effects and all should be zero. Such capacitor if we take, then the capacitor is said to be pure capacitor. Now symbol is what? C. Applied voltage is V. Then charge symbol is Q. I will take again one more formula since the lesson is not completely discussed. I'll take a formula, a relation between charge, capacitance and potential. Q is equal to C. So this relation is most important. Charge can be equated to product of capacitance and voltage. This formula I will use in this derivation. So let us start deriving the equation. You know, instantaneous voltage they given us V is equal to V0 sin omega t. Now what we want to derive is current. So current can be taken as rate of flow of charges. This is from current electricity. I can mention that as dq by dt also. Electric current is defined as rate of flow of charges. Now here I will take this I as it is. For convenience purpose I will take d by dt. And Q I will write it as C. Since from this relation, Q also is a charge, capital Q also is a charge, dimension this time will be plus. Now, I is equal to d by dt. C I will take it as it is. C is nothing but capacitance. Again I am telling, resistor offer resistance R, inductor offers inductance L. Capacitors offer capacitance C. This side is ohm, this side is Henry, and this side is farad. Now the same capacitors are taken here. Again V is replaced with V0 sin omega t. Hope you understood the steps. Now here what I do is d by dt of sin omega t. Now here d by dt of sin omega t cos omega t. Again you have the term omega t. You will get d by dt of omega t, second step. So we will get again term omega. So what is the final step? I is equal to Cv naught cos omega t into omega. Hope you understood the solution. Now for convenience I will take omega here. I is equal to, I will write in a real manner, C omega into V naught into cos omega t. Now for convenience this I will write as, see here, V naught divided by 1 by C omega. So it's in the form of A by B by C, nothing but AC by B. So the C omega will come to numerator. So it becomes C omega V naught by 1, which is nothing but this value. Hope you understood this. And cos omega t I will write as sin omega t plus pi by 2. So in the last derivation it was minus pi by 2. In the current derivation it is plus pi by 2. Now here I will introduce one term known as xc. In the last derivation it was xl. So what is xc? It's called capacitive reactance. Capacitive reactance. Now how to compare? Here I write xc as 1 by C omega. This whole term I take this xc. Then what is the modification? If condition if apply. See, I is equal to V naught from this step. 1 by C omega I take it as what? xc into sin omega t plus pi by 2. Now if you compare, again this is the form of Ohm's law. Y means V naught by xc. Here xc term is what? Capacitive reactance. So how to define it? It is the opposition offered by a capacitor against flow of AC. So again the term is same, opposition, which is similar to resistance. So here I can take this as a resistance. Then what happens? I is equal to this V naught by xc I take it as I naught using Ohm's law. I is equal to V by R. So instead of V naught I get it as what? I naught into sin omega t plus pi by 2. Here what is I naught means? I naught is equal to V naught by x. Now this is the final expression for the current when AC current flows through a capacitor. And this is the initial expression for the voltage. Now if you compare both the terms, you can observe one thing. What? You got an additional term as plus pi by 2 in the case of current. In the last derivation it was minus pi by 2 in the case of inductor. In the case of capacitor it is what? Plus pi by 2. Now what does it mean? So here there is a phase difference between the voltage and current, and the plus indicates current is leading and voltage is lagging. So you can tell the same thing in two ways. Current is leading about 90 degree with respect to voltage, or voltage is lagging about 90 degree with respect to current. So current is going forward and voltage is coming behind. So how much the angle is same, 90 degree. When you are telling with respect to voltage, you will say voltage is 90 degrees lagging. Or with respect to current, if you say current is leading about 90 degree with respect to voltage. Current leads about 90 degree with respect to voltage, or voltage lags 90 degree with respect to current. Now for this we want to draw sinusoidal diagram. So same old mechanism. Time is taken along x-axis and current and voltage is taken along y-axis. First start drawing. Which one will draw? The same. If you want the same kind of diagram, I will draw the same manner. If not, means I will draw one additional method also. You just please check it out. First I will draw voltage. Don't get confused. I'll make it clarity. See here, at 0 second, voltage started and reaches to peak and it made one complete cycle. Now what is this angle? 90, 180, 270, 360. Now here, current is leading, right? So what you want to write? How much portion is leading? 90 degree. So I will draw this way. See here. So what does it mean? See here, current portion already started before 0 second. So you can imagine one wave this way. Before 0, I have started quarter wave. So when time 0, voltage started. By the time, current already reached its peak. Now what is the meaning? See here some portion is hidden. So you can imagine this way. So current is started already before 0 second. So already started means which is leading. Current is leading and voltage is lagging. If this is confusion, see again one more thing. Peak of the current is less, peak of the voltage is more. That is compulsory. Angle between them is 90 degree. That is compulsory. You can draw the same diagram in different manner. See, this is current and this is voltage. Even this also current. Here nothing I have mentioned. You have to understand because x-axis represents time. Y-axis represents current and voltage. Current started at 0 second. Understood? And after 90 degree, voltage started. So what is the difference between this and this? This axis I have drawn here. See, by simply drawing the axis here and erasing this, you will get this diagram. Both are same. There is no much difference. So this is a this one, the sinusoidal diagram for relation between current and voltage in the case of pure capacitor circuit. Now how to draw the phasor diagram? X-axis, Y-axis. So I will draw current in the second quadrant, voltage in the first quadrant. Again the angle between them is 90. This represents V0 and this represents I0. Hope you understood. Why I have written current in second quadrant? You know very well. Angle will increase in anti-clock direction. This way. So first quadrant, second quadrant, third, fourth. If you go and if you are in second quadrant, compared to first quadrant, you are in leading condition. Since current is leading, it is mentioned in second quadrant and voltage is mentioned in the first quadrant. So this is the relation between the current and voltage in the case of a pure capacitor circuit. Again we will get a new term. What is inductive capacitive reactance? It is an opposition offered by a capacitor against flow of AC. So how to write its formula? Xc is equal to 1 by C omega. The same term I take. You know, C I taken as this, omega can be taken as 2 pi f. So this gives the formula for capacitive reactance. Again, what is SNX? Same SNX, which is ohm. So they may ask, what is capacitive reactance? Capacitive reactance is the opposition offered by a capacitor against flow of AC. Previous session I told, inductive reactance, symbol is XL. See, when you are dealing with the capacitor, mention the symbol C. When you are dealing with the inductor, mention the symbol as L here, suffix. So what is inductive reactance? It is opposition offered by an inductor against flow of AC. Both are oppositions. Hence, the steps are same, but formulatically they are different. There you will get XL is equal to 2 pi FL. Here XC is equal to 1 by 2 pi FC. So this is our major difference. Hope you understood about the derivation. If any doubts is there by drawing the phasor diagrams or any wave diagrams related, please update with WhatsApp. I will give a clarity. And this thing will get confused. I will make you to remember all the time. In resistor, both are in phase. Which one? Voltage and current. Resistor. In inductor, both are out of phase. In capacitor, both are out of phase. But in inductor, voltage leads the current. In case of capacitor, current leads the voltage. So that you keep in mind. And please watch the video repeatedly and try to derive the derivation in a separate paper so that you come across how the steps are being taken And here the new formula taken is what Q is equal to CV, which is not from this lesson. So this is an additional thing. Please keep in mind. Once you deal with this topic in the concerned lesson, you will come to know what is the meaning. So any doubts there, please again tell repeatedly, update me to WhatsApp. Thank you for the session.